Well, guys, whoa, I got my chicken taco, guys. I don't know how I feel about them, but they're honestly more like chicken wraps, if I'm being so completely honest. They are not bad. They smell pretty all right. And the chicken, look, it seems all right. Anyway, guys, we win some, we lose some. I know. All right, I'm taking a bite. Okay, so let's get a clear image as to what a taco is. You know, taco is a good tortilla, a good cooked marinated meat, a little bit of onion, a little bit of lime, a little bit of cilantro. It's a good taco, you know. This is a tortilla that's too big. The chicken, it's grilled chicken, pretty good chicken. Lettuce, cheese, and chili sauce. And if I'm gonna be so completely honest, this is more of a kebab wrap than anything. I'm gonna be 100% real. This is a kebab. The chili sauce is very reminiscent of kebab. Like spicy garlic, you know? But it's not bad. I'll give it that. It's pretty good. The only thing that I can say is like it kind of reminds me of, you know, that one scene, that one cooking scene in Turbo where they're making tacos, quote unquote, and it's like lettuce, tomato, fucking olives for some reason. It kind of reminds me of that. Just like a little bit. Is it bad? Not by any means. Does it fulfill your taco craving though? No. So you like it? It's all right. Is it worth the price? No. Would I get it again? No. Would I recommend it to somebody? Yeah. If you really want it, sure. Would I order it? I think what Sable said about it being like, if you don't think about it as a taco, it's pretty good. Like, as a wrap, it's kind of good. I'll give them that. My other qualm is I just wish that the chili sauce that they are purporting to use was like actually spicy. Being 100% real, it is a little, in terms of heat, is like underwhelming. Do you have your own hot sauce? No. I do have a small jar of Kraft mayonnaise though, because I hung out with Uki and Petra one day and we went to like an event thing and I tried, they had like these like this like mayo like stand in the area and they were like letting you try different mayos that they had. And I'll admit, they were really good mayo. There was like one like charcoal Sancho pepper. There was another one that was like, it basically tasted like fucking Caesar salad dressing. There was another that was like, the one that I got was Creole Pepe, which tastes just like Cajun. I'm gonna be so honest, it tastes so fucking good. There was like a lemon herb one. There was another one that was another pepper one that was also pretty good. That was like shichimi pepper kind of. It was pretty fucking good. And I bought the Creole Pepe one because it was, the funniest thing was that was the only thing I bought that entire event. It was like an 800 yen. Tastes fucking awesome. I haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting till I get my fridge, but it was really fucking good. So I cannot wait to actually try it again. And that is the only thing in my kitchen right now besides empty bottles that are drying right now. So I recycle. What about regular food? I mean, konbini is like right outside, man. It's never like a big deal. Even then, my konbini, like quote unquote, like diet is not the worst. Also doesn't break the bank. So I'm pretty happy with it. Have you bought a refrigerator? Yes, it is coming tomorrow. I will have a fridge for tomorrow. Do you have any konbini foods you dislike? No, not really. That's not a kitchen, that's just a room. I mean, there's a sink and there's a gas burner. And even then, I don't have like a separate kitchen. My place is not that big. My place is actually a little bit, it's not super big, but it's not super small. So, studio, closer to that, to be honest, yeah. Supermarket run after the fridge arrives? No. I gotta save it for a little bit, man. No meal prep. To be honest, not until I get my stainless steel pans. Until I get my stainless steel pans, probably not for a little bit. Yeah. Also, I don't have a microwave, so you know. Come on. You have a rice cooker? No, I don't have any fucking anything. I think you guys don't understand. I have been so fucking like mental boom about a lot of things recently that I'll admit it has been a little hard to kind of get a lot of my shit done very recently. I think, and I don't know, man. There's been a lot going on in my life that has been kind of taxing. I will say, I don't know. I mean, I talked to Uki about some stuff recently. You know, that I'm just like pretty stressed out, and you know, it's been kind of hard. I've kind of been having a tough time, I think, adjusting to living in this place specifically. And it's kind of hard because I still feel like a stranger in my own home, you know? I still feel like, you know, I don't feel super... I have not had the opportunity to kind of make this apartment like my space just yet. And even then, I feel like I'm super stressed out about, you know, the cost of doing that. You know, I'm still recuperating from the moving cost of just coming here. Same thing with my flight. Same thing with like you know, like the whole initial move-in fee. Trying to figure out how to do Christmas stuff for once in my life. So it's kind of hard, man. It's kind of hard. I feel like my brain just has not been able to like rest at all as a result. And you know, I'm kind of just it's tough, you know, because I can't relax in this place, if that makes sense. I have not been able to like wind down the same way I think I usually would in like any like at my place back in like America. It's just tough because I feel so like on edge kind of, to where I am always thinking about like, oh, you know, there's so much I have to do in the meantime and take care of. I can't rest just yet in this place until I have everything sorted out, right? Same thing goes for like, oh, I can't, you know, I still feel stressed out when it comes to dealing with like some other like bank stuff, some other like payment stuff. You know, how do I deal with taxes here? Ironically enough, this is like another hurdle that I'm kind of getting through right now, because tax season is also a thing here. And obviously when it comes to, you know, dual taxation systems, it gets infinitely more stressful. And I think that's also been on like the back of my mind, on top of like a whole slew of other things that has been like, you know, making it hard to kind of do X, Y, and Z. And also like I'm recording stuff at the same time, you know. I think a lot of people don't realize, you know, I've been basically working nonstop from the day that I landed until 3D happened. And even now that we're like almost like 2 weeks out, you know, I am still working on stuff and trying to catch up the best that I can in terms of like paperwork, in terms of like upcoming projects, in terms of getting back to people and stuff, in terms of like just a whole bunch of things, right? And also now it's also like, oh, I gotta make sure that I'm spending enough time with other people, and I gotta make sure that I'm spending enough time getting back to like pretty much everything. And on top of that, like also, you know, I gotta catch up on as much stream as I can, right? And I think it's just been difficult because I just can't relax, or I can't feel comfortable relaxing, if that makes sense. It is a very strange feeling. It is a very difficult one. I guess another thing to kind of note is that physically, and I don't reveal this very often, I guess, and I've only really talked about this very briefly. TLDR, my body can't relax very well. The only way I can sleep and do stuff is by basically physically tiring myself out to the point where I have to knock out. Otherwise, my brain is like constantly stressed and I'm perpetually running on adrenaline. So I'm pretty much like always super shaky all the time, pretty much always trying to do something, trying to do XYZ. I can't sit straight, or I can't really like focus on a lot of things because I'm constantly thinking about doing another thing, or I am working at the same time, you know? So it's been tough. It's been tough, you know? I definitely felt the physical effects of it for a while. And even now that I'm trying to, you know, trying to figure out how can I make this apartment a place where I can actually like relax. Must have taken a toll on your body. It's been taking a toll on my mental, that's for sure. The massage at this hair salon seemed to relax you. Maybe you need to go for more massages. I mean, I'd say it felt good, but I don't know if relaxing is the right word. It felt good, but I'm still like high strung, if that makes sense. I really want you to experience massage. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, that's why I'm like, I really want to go to like an onsen or like a public bath, because I think there's the part of me that's like, I really like baths and I really like a hot like sauna type heat. But I also need the company of people. I think this has been something that I've been feeling a lot really recently, is that I feel extremely lonely if I am by myself. And I think that's the hard part of not living with roommates anymore and having like my own solo apartment. It's tough, you know, like I think I really value like having company and having people in the same place. And I think I've really been that's kind of why like I've really been like going ham on like having like IRL hangouts the best that I can, because I kind of need the feeling of people around me. Otherwise, I kind of feel on edge being by myself sometimes, you know. How about trying a one-day boyfriend experience in Japan? Like what? Like do I get like a rental boyfriend? Is that what the fuck does that mean? Is it like being alone with your thoughts kind of thing? Not necessarily. It's like what is it? It's more like even when I'm alone, I can't like sit down and like just not think about anything. I am too busy thinking about like what is my next project, what should I be doing, what do I need to get done for this next week, where do I need to be in this next week, how often can I stream, how much money can I spend on an appliance, how much money can I spend in the next like week, do I have enough money for rent next month, do I have enough have enough of a safety net to kind of not worry about these things. And the worst part is like I realistically do, I save a lot. I don't spend very often, but even then with that safety net, my mental cannot stop, right? I'm incredibly anxious when it comes to thinking about what I need to do within the next like day or hour, minute, in order for me to kind of survive, right? What can I do to make sure that I'm not gonna die in the next like hour? And that's just the hard part, right? Like I feel like mentally I can't let it go. So physically, it reflects physically a lot to where I'm pretty much always exhausted. Is that draining you, King? Yes. Is it restlessness because you feel like you should be doing things instead of resting? Yes, 100%. Yeah, but that's pretty much how my brain has been kind of functioning for a long time. It's also why like the reason why I do take a lot of work is because it kind of grounds me to where I am doing something productive. Therefore, I don't have a lot of time to think about whether or not I'm being productive. And on top of that, because I'm doing so much, I get so tired that I can actually like knock out and sleep, right? Have you considered medications? You think I can afford that? Yeah, you think I can afford the premiums, man? I think that's the toughest part. Have you ever gotten a chance to go to the gym or a walk to relax your mind? I think lots of walks have been relaxing for me. And I think I'm gonna be going to the gym tomorrow actually, because tomorrow we had to reschedule something, and I also need to be at my apartment to return and pick up something and let them install the fridge. So, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna be, you know, finally gonna be able to like take care of myself a little bit more. And I think, ironically enough, I've been mostly feeling, I've been needing, it's difficult, you know what I mean? I feel like I am both, like, I really need the company of someone and I want to talk to someone, but at the same time, I want to be alone. I want to be alone to kind of just walk around and kind of do my own thing. But I also want the ability to kind of like just talk to someone in person. I think recently I've been having a lot of like mental struggles being online a lot more recently. I don't know what it is. Like, I just can't fathom like sitting in front of my computer or being on Discord for too long. And it's just been, it's been kind of hard to kind of go through it, I think. I just don't want to be logged into something. I don't want to be talking to people, or I don't really like, I'll join calls every once in a while and like hang out for like a little bit, but you know, I've just been having a tough time, you know. I'm not sure if it'll help, but playing non-digital games might help as a form of rest, like using your brain to think, and you're doing something at the same time, but it's not too much. Yeah, I catch my ass fucking playing Sudoku at this point, you know. Catch me fucking filling up my own, like a random magazine Mad Libs on just for fun. Yeah, I don't know. You should try a one-day boyfriend. What the fuck does one-day boyfriend mean, man? I feel like I've never. I feel like I don't know what one-day boyfriend other than like rental boyfriend means. But I mean, I don't know why I'd want a rental boyfriend. Can you hang out with someone while doing your own thing, like exist in the same space? See, that's the thing. Like, I really want that. I've really been needing the feeling of like, you know, I really want to be able to do my own thing on my own and not think too hard about it. And it's kind of hard. Like, I want the company, but I also don't need to do something with that person, if that makes sense. Do you think having a roommate is better? I think for my case, I think it might be better. Like, sure, I might get annoyed sometimes in terms of like noise or like, you know, just the fact that like people occupy my space. But I think for me, it is like a matter of like, I like the idea that there is a person there such that, you know, I can feel like I'm not alone, you know? So that's just kind of where I'm at. Pick up the dementia prevention activities like mahjong. I kind of wanted to learn mahjong, so I kind of wish that I was prepped to play mahjong solo, man. That shit looks fun. Are you able to hang out with other JP friends outside of Niji? I mean, yes, on rare occasion, but also keep in mind all of my friends either have jobs or are only here temporarily. You know what I mean? People are a lot of my friends are actually here like right now for the end of this month. So thankfully, I actually get to, you know, hang out with people. I think Wednesday. I think tomorrow night and Wednesday I have some stuff scheduled with people. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. I get to hang out with some people that I haven't seen in a while. Hopefully get to meet some people. Yeah. There are a lot of people who I am like, yeah, I haven't been able to hang out with recently, but also I guess that's the other thing, right? Like there are a lot of people who have jobs right now, and I have not been able to kind of catch up with them nearly as much as I'd like to. And I think keep in mind the nature of my job versus the nature of someone else's job, because a lot of my friends are like office workers, or they work in like really specific things that basically have them booked out for like months on end, you know, or weeks on end. So it's kind of hard to kind of catch them at the right time. So yeah. Adult friendships be like that. Yeah. And I think that's kind of just that's something that I am like, you know, I guess that's the plus side of having roommates in that sense, right? Because it's like you can kind of maintain the adult friendship simply by just being like, we both live together, therefore, hey, you want to get dinner at like shit o'clock, and it's be like, oh sick, let's go. You know, that's kind of how I feel sometimes. I think that's where I like really valued roommates for a long time. Unemployed but not really type shit. Yeah, it's like the thing is like my schedule's super flexible, but also I have like a lot of other things that I'm doing at the same time. Every country has foreign communities. Why not try joining a few groups that are related to your interests? Yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, I recently thought about going to a boxing gym to see how it is there. I really need to get some practice in. But I don't know. I guess that's the hard part. I'm still like in that mindset of like, I don't want to spend money. Have you talked to your neighbors? I don't have neighbors. I live on in my area. I live on this floor alone. Is there any work you can do in a public library? Technically, yes. I was recently talking to a friend. Well, actually, I mean, I guess I can kind of talk about it. I was talking to Tomo actually, and we were kind of like, we were both kind of talking about like grad school, and you know, part of me is like, you know, I've really thought about going back for an MBA. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to pay that much in tuition. And at most, I'd probably only do like a 2-hour, not 2-hour, but like 2-year program probably. And even then, I don't want to go back to school. It is most definitely like my mega quarter life crisis, where I am just like, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Therefore, is this midlife? Is this quarter life? I can't fucking tell. It's just a fucking crisis. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I've really thought about going back to school. I am giving it some thought. Technically I'd have to take the GRE again, but you know, I don't want to force myself into something that I don't want to do, you know? Yeah, that's the tough part. The Mao, have you seen the age 26 meme? I have seen it multiple times. I know too many people who do the last two. The trip to Japan, grad school. I don't know. One of the nice things about office jobs is that you're forced to see people every day. You know, that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm like, and this might sound crazy. I guess that's the hard part. People think I'm fucking crazy for this, but I really want like I want more work, man. Like, not to say that I'm overburdened, because I am now technically a lot freer. I just want like a part-time thing to where I can just show up, do something, and chill the fuck out. Like, I need something really cathartic. And is it to say that I just want a hobby? Probably. But like, I think I just want something that is like very like menial, in the sense that like I just don't need to think, but I can occupy my hands, you know, or I can like do something. And that's why, like, I mean, technically I do have my PT certification, right? Like I can technically do training for people, but you know, obviously finding clients and doing that on the side on my own is kind of tough. Crochet time. Brain off, cog type beat. Yeah, I don't know. I think right now I'm still in the process of trying to, right now I'm actually trying to figure out a baseline for Wilson's Alilio. So it's gonna take me a little bit. I'm trying to work a program for those guys to kind of build up their foundations right now. Maybe drawing. I've thought about starting to draw. I want to be real. Sorry, I'm still eating my fucking wrap. Start hobby horsing? What the fuck does that mean? Maybe there's some kind of volunteer stuff a foreigner could do. Yeah, I think I'd want to like volunteer for like a little bit. Is it true in Japan? Japan bikes need to be registered? Yes. I recently had to learn about this, where you do need to register your bike. It's also because when I was talking, or rather to find out like my building management, to figure out how I can get like a bicycle parking, they were like, oh, you need to have your bike registered. And I was like, oh fuck, I did not know that. So I had to learn that recently. Become a mechanic? No, I don't think I'd become a mechanic. I think I'd probably, well, actually I'd probably be like a bike mechanic at most. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably once I'm able to like fund like a slightly more expensive hobby, probably I'll think about it, but definitely not gonna be for a long time. Bro yearns the Barbie life of doing every job possible. Technically true, but also that's the tough part. It is very much so like a double-edged sword of like, I want to do everything and everything, but I'm also like fucking struggling. Like I want to do so much, but I'm also like struggling to survive. And it's like there's only so much of myself that I can kind of give, you know? Bro is that one guy who's like a doctor and astronaut in the armor. God forbid my Asian. Oh, dude, I think about that fucking guy sometimes. He's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've just been having a lot of like thoughts about like where, like what do I really want to do? What is like my where does my like true passion lie? I guess that's the hard part. What do I really want to accomplish towards the end of this year? What do I want to do next year? What do I want to do like in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 5 years? You know, and I guess that's the thing, right? Like I feel like right now, I'm still trying to kind of figure out what exactly that does look like for me to properly, you know, kind of give myself that goal, you know? You're still getting enjoyment out of the things you're doing. Yeah. Like I'm still happy doing what I do. You know what I mean? I'm still happy that I get to stream. I'm still happy that I get to hang out with people. I'm still happy that I get to make music. I'm still happy that I get to mix stuff and, you know, do voiceover stuff, to still do what I do. And I think that's the thing, right? Like I'm still happy with where I am. And there's by no means am I not like relishing in that more than anything. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I need that overarching like goal post for me to kind of accomplish, right? It's the same way it's the same way how like, oh, my goal is to hit like immortal in Valorant, therefore I'm gonna do what I can to kind of hit that point and grind as much as I can, and that I feel driven to continue to do the thing, right? Similarly, I think now that I've achieved it, right, I just need to know what is next for me. What do I want to do, and how can I do it? And I feel like I haven't identified what it is. And the way that I kind of break it down is like, I identify what my goal is. Why do I want that goal? When and how am I going to do it? And then the when and how essentially are just like, oh, I'm going to set aside like this next month to do this. And then throughout that month, I'm going to practice X amount of hours per day. Right. And that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I feel like I just need to find what that next goalpost is for myself in the short term so I can properly, well, actually, I guess I do know what that is. And like for me right now, it's like, okay, I want to get back on the grind to do well in the Apex event, right? Like I want to figure these things out, and I want to be able to get like play competently enough to where I'd like to think that me, Real Stable, can do decently, right? Similarly though, what's next after that? You know, where do I want to be in 6 months time? Where do I want to be in a year's time? So that's kind of where I'm like, where do I want to be, and how can I like, I don't know. And that's just taking a lot of the thought process, I guess. But like that's taking a lot of like the mental capacity. And I don't know. I feel like maybe it might be time to like try something new, or to, you know, maybe really sit down with myself and kind of ask myself a lot of these questions, and hopefully eventually I find that find whatever that next goal is. I feel, TBH, I feel like I don't have a passion on one thing. I just try whatever. I guess that's the thing, right? I feel passionate about things when I am. Like, I still love Valorant, and I think that's something I'm passionate about. But, you know, I don't... and I guess that's the other thing. Like, I don't feel the same level of passion I do for Valorant as I did when like, before we hit Immortal versus, like, now, right? Like, now I treat it a lot like more casually. I don't beat myself up nearly as much, and I don't feel like... I don't want to let it be a thing that, like, kind of dominates my life, I guess. So... the more that I look at it, it's kind of like, getting burnt out of your passion. I wouldn't say it's getting burnt out of passion. I don't think it's getting burnt. I think it's just letting it, the flame has dwindled just a little bit. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of where that's at. You're sitting writing, maybe it'll help. Yeah, but writing is something that I think I really do when it's like either the updates or, you know, when I'm vulnerable. And I guess that's kind of something that I'm like, well, I'm looking at things more like, what can I tangibly do, I guess. Journaling, you don't want to see my journal. I'll tell you that much. I would not think about I would not, like, dare I say, do not ever try to think about what's in my journal, because it is a fucked up place. It is all sorts of fucking crazy. Take a dancing class then, Lamau. I have been considering dancing classes though. I have considered doing well, like, I do want vocal lessons, and I do want like dance lessons at some point in time. I feel like those two are things that like I am looking forward to doing, but I have not yet reached the point where I can comfortably do that without having to take care of other stuff just yet. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's just stuff that I'm thinking about, stuff that's on my mind. I've also been playing a lot of Warframe. I think the one thing that has kind of filled me with some level of like nostalgic joy has been playing Warframe. I have not been playing 14 nearly as much recently, just because I'm like, well, the like next patch is gonna come out anyway. I don't. I'll play fucking Savage next tier. You know, I kind of felt like I was trying a little too hard to kind of keep up with 14. Ironically enough, I still want to do Savage, and I still want to like learn extremes and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just felt like, did I really want to do that? Like, I just felt like, you know, and I guess that's the point. At some point in time, you're kind of just like, do I really want to keep playing this game right now? So that's kind of why I'm taking a break from 14. Actually, I kind of just felt like I guess I did get burned out on 14. It's not that I don't have goals in mind for it, but it's just like I don't. It's just something that I feel like is I don't think I'm mentally ready for it, you know? And I think I kind of want to give myself the space to kind of come back to it when I'm feeling fresh and that I want to play. It felt like a chore, not necessarily a chore, because it's like I like doing dailies. I like doing it every once in a while, but I never felt like super drawn to it, if that makes sense. I'll play it because I felt like, okay, my goal is to prep for Savage. My goal is to prep to learn extremes and stuff like that. But you know, I feel like I just need to kind of give myself that break for a little bit to kind of maybe I'll hop back on like later, you know. But yeah, Warframe has been something that's like slightly, I think Warframe just has no pressure to kind of do anything, you know. And I think treating Warframe like a single player game versus like a like something that consistently needs raids, or you always need a group to play certain content, you know what I mean? And I think that's the other part about 14 that I kind of struggled with a little bit. It's like, oh, I can't do any of this without a big group or a consistent group of people that we can accomplish XYZ, right? Like you're probably not going to be able to get a Savage clear unless you have like a good group of people who can commit like a full like couple hours to it, right? And it's like I think that's where I'm just like, I kind of want something to just do on my own time, which is why I think Warframe as an MMO I think works for me, because there's just so many other aspects of the game itself that I can work on individually and kind of just like dig away at my own pace. Like recently I finished most of like the Angels of Zariman stuff. I got all the Incarnate weapons. I am like rank 4 in the Hex, and I'm about to unlock I don't remember. I think it's like the Temporal Archimedean or whatever. So it's like I'm about to get to like end game, or like current end game, I guess. So I mean, and that's just where I'm at with Warframe. It's like I can kind of enjoy just doing it at my own pace. 14 does have things for you to do solo, but if you don't find them pleasing, that's fair. I guess that's the other thing, right? Like I don't know what things in 14 that I can do solo that I think I would enjoy. Which Hex member are you gonna date? I think I want to be with Arthur, because Arthur is voiced by Ben Starr. Yeah. Solo brain off game is nice. That's why I try a speedrunning solo peak. Shout out Ben Starr, my goat. I think it's kind of awesome just how far Ben Starr has come, dude. I will say though, I have been definitely feeling the itch to play more Street Fighter, and I think that's gonna be my next. If anything, I think that's like my next in the back of my mind thing. Because I've been watching a lot of JP Street Fighter streams. Everyone's been playing recently, and I'm like, I'm so ready to watch the next event. So I'm like, you know, I think Street Fighter will probably be the thing that I'll start putting more hours into to kind of try and get good at. You're gonna try 2x KO? I have the key. I have it installed, but I haven't actually like, launched the game yet. I just haven't taken out my controller in a while, actually. My controller's still like in my case. Bring your hitbox. I have my snack box. I just haven't touched it in a while. I think sitting down and figuring out structure and direction could help, so it doesn't keep bouncing around in your head all tangled up. Yeah, like I mean, ironically enough, if you, I wish I could show you guys. Like my iPad is fucking a jumbled mess right now of like notes. It is also the way that I kind of function is similarly. Like I'm just diagram on diagram of like what my thought processes are on a lot of things and like where I'm going with some stuff. So that's that is one thing. Is there another thing that I kind of want to do though? Is I do want to go to a DJ set at some point in time. I really want to go to night hike. Like at some point in time, I would want to go to like the next night hike. So I don't know. I mean, I went to the I did the most recent concerts that I've gone to, ironically enough, was the Coca-Cola Cross Fest with I saw Suisei and the Natori set recently. That was like a couple months back, but you know, I did get a chance to watch those. I missed out on seeing XG, which I'm kind of like, but I had other plans. Same thing goes for there was Creepy Nuts, XG. There was I think there was someone in the middle. I don't remember his name. Natori and then Suisei on like day 2. Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. Natori wa. I think it also getting I think watching concerts also gives like a really good idea of like how do I want to look on stage, what kind of stuff do I want to do on stage, and like how do I want to approach like performing again, you know. And I think that's another thing. Like I think I kind of want to figure out what it is that I want to do, and like what type of performance do I want to give the next time I get an opportunity to do so, you know. And I've been thinking about it a lot where, you know, I really do want the well, I don't know, not opportunity, but I really just want to figure out like what does my ideal performance kind of look like for me. All right. You can check out music festivals or local bands playing nearby. I actually live really close to a couple clubs that do host like a lot of like music events, like small band stuff. So I've thought about going like on my own sometime soon. Yeah, but also music festivals are kind of, you know, music festivals I think are kind of difficult because they're kind of expensive, and also they get super crowded really fast. And I'm like, ooh. You know, going to concerts is like a field study for you. Actually, it kind of is, ironically enough. It's very nice to kind of get to see what people, you know, the type of performance that people put on and like how much practice goes into what they do. And, you know, I think there's a lot to kind of enjoy when it comes to like experiencing that with other people, especially, you know. I think in smaller enclosed spaces or like venues, it's nice to be able to kind of experience that with other people. And I think that's something that I really like. I think Meitan Araki have really good performance auras. Yeah, like I think at some point in time I do want to watch. I want to be able to go see like a couple of like one-man lives. You know, I think one-man lives are kind of fucking awesome. But hopefully, you know, I get the chance to next time it happens to come around, you know. I get post-concert depression. I don't get post much depression. I think I mostly am just like, I'm glad that it happened. Like that was really cool, you know. I feel like that's like the one thing where I'm like, I try to kind of just experience it in the moment and then think about it of just like, that was really cool, you know. And what like I feel like for me, I have like a lot of like post I don't know, for me postmortems are like a really big thing, you know, where I'm like, you know, what did I like about that performance? What is there something that I could learn or something that I can kind of do in the future similar to that? Do I think I can emulate that type of stuff? Is there something that I could potentially do something similar, you know, in terms of like production value, where like what is feasible, what's not? Was this what part of it was really cool, and is that possible? Right. So you know, there's a lot, and I feel like that's just how it is for me, I guess, because I think when you're in my position of being like a performer, I guess, it's kind of interesting, you know. Do you bump into any JP senpai when doing preparation for 3D debut? I've actually bumped into a lot of people, but I'm not gonna say who specifically. But I have like seen a couple like GP livers around. I'm still in post-hop concert depression. Your songs are so good. I mean, I hope that there's another like concert in the future that I get invited to. I'd want to do more songs. You know, and I think if anything, we'll see. I really like performing. Do I like doing karaoke? Maybe not that much, but I still like the idea of like performing or like putting on a show the best that I can. But karaoke is still something that I'm still deathly afraid of, ironically enough. You know, I thought it's tough. Any advice on moving? I'm moving in the middle of final season right now. That's fucking crazy. That's kind of tough, man. Finals of all times is kind of stressful. I'm gonna be so real. I don't really have advice other than like you just gotta really focus on what's important right now, and moving is probably, I think, the second concern after getting your finals done. You're nerfed by your own fears, my guy. I know. I think that's hard, man. I feel like I'm still like, I mean, my brain says you sound cringe, and I'm like, oh my god. And then you guys tell me, I was like, no, you're not cringe. Well, actually, you're a little cringe, but not that cringe. I'll be like, oh my god, really? And then you're like, well, and I'll be like, oh, okay. And then my brain's still like, they think you're fucking cringe. And then my friends are like, no, you're not. Okay, well, you're kind of, well, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I get it. And then, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm glad that people believe in me to some extent. Is that what we sound like to you? No, it's like that no, don't do it. Like that to me is like, you know when like they like have like the crowd voice type shit, you know? It's like, oh, like this is like the sound of like everybody speaking at once, and it sounds like a big crowd. That's kind of what I envision sometimes. The voices in your head, the voice giving you a debuff, dog. I know. Some generic voice. What do you want from me? The flock in your head. Yeah. I also got to put my clothes up to dry, by the way. I haven't I gotta do that at some point. Are the pants still damp? No, they dried. But I think a lot of my other clothes are still kind of damp, so I gotta go hang that when I get the chance. Then going to concerts is a good idea, like both for your mental health and chances to perform. I mean, not chances to perform per se, but like to kind of get like it's more to study, you know. How were the tacos? They weren't tacos. They weren't tacos. You got a washing machine? Not yet. Not yet. I still go to a coin laundry. I go to a coin laundry. I go to a coin laundry to sit in front of a washing machine for half an hour and to kind of contemplate what my life is. I unironically just stare into the abyss for like half an hour each time I do go to the fucking coin laundry. I stare into the spinning washing machine and really ask myself, am I truly accomplished in my life? Have I really left an impact? Am I really someone of value? What have I truly done, and what is my legacy? And then the washing machine says nothing back. The laundromat experience. Spoken like a true unk. Yep. And then it goes ding, and then it's like, oh, okay, I gotta dry my clothes, and then I put it in the other machine, and then I give them like 500 yen because that's 50 fucking minutes. And guess what? After 50 fucking minutes, it's still not fucking dry. I'm still pissed about this every single damn time. This has happened twice already, so I always have to leave it for like an hour. So 600 yen. So every single time I want to do laundry, it's 1k yen. And I'm complaining about it like it's a problem because honestly, let's be fucking real. Like $6 to do my fucking laundry is not an issue. But I'm also like, God, I'm so sick of my clothes always being like not fully dry every single time this happens. Anyway, that's also why I've been thinking about getting a fucking washer dryer combo, 2-in-1. Can't increase the drying temp? Nope, not on this machine. And it's the closest one that's there, so I'm like, fuck. Whatever, man. You need to put it under the sun? I can't really do that. That's why I just use the bathroom drying function, you know? Are you packing over capacity? No, you think I have that many fucking clothes? Go to a different laundromat then? That's the problem. This is the closest one, and it's the easiest one to get to. All of the other ones kind of fucking suck. Bro is there to test his patience. I know. How do you think I feel sometimes? You got me into trying out fan dub stuff, and you're actually getting a main VA role in what? And actually getting a main VA role in fan dub server if we're talking impact. Congrats, man. Cool. Have fun with that. I remember my fan dub days. I will not speak on that, but I remember when I did fan. This guy needs to feel something. Yep. I mean, microwaves heat up water molecules, so therefore, but that still just means it's gonna be hot and damp, you know? I wouldn't really call that like, I don't really call that drying per se, you know? Feels the wetness of his clothes after 50 minutes. I just feel sad. Mooch off your friends' laundry machines if they have it. Doing laundry and getting to socialize. Bam, bam. I'm not gonna go to Sable's place and take I'm not gonna take my laundry on the train just to go to Sable's place just to do my laundry and leave. Do you have a hair dryer? I use a dry lookie. Okay. We need to remember, guys. We need to remember. I don't have a lot of things. I don't own appliances. Let's be so fucking for real. Why not? You get to hang out with him. You know, I actually haven't seen Sable in a while. Now that I really think about it, it's been a bit. Appliances are expensive. Appliances are so fucking expensive, man. Oh my god. What do you have right now? A desk, my mic, a computer, a monitor that kind of sucks, an air filter / humidifier, and a futon on the ground. That is all I own. And like a little portable, like a trolley cart with all my computer shit on it. I like the idea of having like the separate cart. And now I'm gonna go figure out how I'm gonna go get an Alex drawer or something and put my paperwork in there. Not you looking around. If you could see what's on my floor. It's just my mic case, my Pelican case for my computer, my backpack, another box, and a bunch of letters that I have to, go check. You don't have time to buy some? It's not that actually, no, I have time. I just don't have like the mental to do it, if that makes sense. I have a tough, I mean, even now I'm still like mentally super like, I don't want to spend money. And I will admit, I've recently run into the, I get what I pay for type situation. Like if I buy something super cheap and it's kind of like doggy doo-doo, but it gets the job done, but then it breaks like immediately. I'm kind of like, man, why the fuck do I gotta replace this? Versus like you buy like the slightly more expensive version and it like lasts you for a long time, you know? I kind of am now in that mindset of like, I do want to get to where I'm like, okay, now I can just buy it for life and never have to replace it. But then also that comes at a premium and I'm like, am I ready to pay that premium? And I feel like that's why I'm like, I'm not there yet. You know, I'm not there yet to where I can be like, okay, I can drop this X amount of money out of nowhere and feel safe doing that just yet. Appliance fund, thank you. I appreciate the super. W funds. It might sting to buy the stuff, but just go on and buy the stuff and that sets you up to be comfortable long term. Yeah. Bring a friend to help you out and maybe you can hang out too. You know, ironically enough, I basically sent a link in our little server. It's our server for like people who live here, and then I was just like, guys, do I buy it? I need I word for word said I need purchase affirmation. I linked two things. It's a fridge and a vacuum cleaner, and I said, do I do it? Does you freeze on the futon though? No. I mean, I don't know if this is like a weird thing. I sleep with a heater on right now. So I for some reason in this apartment, I have two separate AC units. There's like one for like this main area and then one for like the quote unquote bedroom. So at night I will turn on the one in the bedroom and then during the day I will use the one that like is right above me. Did they answer though? Yes. Ironically, it was Sable who said, do it, treat yourself. You've been putting in so much work. And I said, okay. Then you still have to bear with the state for a while, dude. Minimalism lifestyle, I guess. Oh, I mean, my fridge is coming tomorrow. So, fridge is coming tomorrow. Vacuum cleaner. I'll get it when I get it. Vacuum cleaner, I will probably get. And then I would need to clean the shit out of this apartment. I don't know. I've thought about recently, like, oh, should I like just get like housekeeping at least one day at some point in time? I feel like I just need to kind of experience like a clean place for like a little bit. I've been cleaning to the best of my ability, but I'm also like, I would really like to have like a deep clean at some point in time, you know? I want like a real deep clean where they like do the fucking works, you know? So I've thought about it. Yeah. Having a freshly clean place would help reset your mental. Yeah, that's my outlook on it. I feel like I think it is one of those moments where it's like, you know, like dirty environment, dirty mind, or like, you know, the mental boom of like, my place just is not feeling good, you know? So I think that's also like another contributing factor to it. I think it doesn't help that like my kitchen counter is just filled with fucking empty like plastic bottles that are drying right now, and I have to look at that daily, you know? So, you know, that's one aspect of it. Yeah, I don't know. Thankfully, it is significantly better than it was before. I'll tell you that much. Bag that stuff. Okay, I have to wait until they're dry is the thing. I don't why plastic bottles? It was because I drink a lot. I get like a lot of stuff in the vending machine sometimes, but I have to wait until they're dry. Like I rinse all of them out and then, you know. Why not a reusable bottle? Because I mean, this is like vending machine stuff. But also, like, I don't know. I've also been having to get used to, what is it? I think recycling here, because it's so much more specific than it was like in America. You know, like, oh, you gotta like remove the label, get rid of the cap. Burnable is very specific from like other like non-burnable stuff or like other plastic stuff. So you gotta separate all your boxes too. You gotta wrap your boxes. If you're gonna recycle paper, you also need to bundle those all up together. You know, there's just a lot of like rules that I'm just like, okay, and then I'm like slowly trying to learn to the best of my ability, and I think I've done like a pretty good job about it. So everything is like pretty much separated right now, thankfully. Do you ever lay on the floor and look at the ceiling and just think about your life in your new place or not? That's literally, I sleep on the floor. I literally do this every single night. I have a futon and that's it. I stare at the ceiling each and every single night, thinking about how the fuck did I get here, and how have I made it this far for so long, and how long can I keep my life together? So yeah, I think I do. You could imagine. Yeah, I think I'm also thinking about coming back to Deadlock, ironically enough. I think I'll come back to Deadlock. Why can't you buy a bed? Kind of just don't want to. I think a bed is like I just don't like having something that takes up so much space. So I mean, the futon is just something for me to like easily like roll up, put away, or hang up, you know, versus like the bed where I'm like, okay, well, this is just stuck in the corner of the room. I can't really do anything with this, you know. So that's kind of why I'm like, you know, I feel like the bed is just, especially in this place specifically, it's just not easy to work around. I feel like for me, being able to kind of put away my futon and then use that room for like a completely separate purpose. Like, let's say, for example, I do have people over. I can just put away the futon and I can set up like a table on like that end. Like I can set up a table and then we can all hang out on that side. And then it's just more space to kind of work with as a result. Yeah. So I don't know. I that's just how I've been feeling about it. I think I'll probably get a bed at some point in time, but I don't know. What about a couch that transforms into a bed? I've thought about that one too recently. I've thought about that recently. Have you invited people to your place already? Nope. I've only had like one person show up recently because I had to drop off like a luggage. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've only had like one person visit so far, but that's also why like I'm not planning on inviting people until I do have my other shit set up. You know what I mean? Then why do you need a futon? Because I still fucking need a place to sleep. I still gotta sleep on something. If I'm not gonna buy a bed, I at least need a futon. I think we can get a couch that can become a bed. I think I'm fucking with the idea of like the couch bed. I'm gonna be so real. I think the couch bed kind of fucks. Bed funds to save your back. Thank you. Sofa bed's so nice. I love sleeping on the couch though. I mean, I don't know. If you have allergies, don't do it. A hammock would be awesome, but I guess renting wouldn't allow that, right? I don't know how that would work, to be honest. Sleeping on a couch fucked on my back. As long as you have space to set up more things in the room, I feel like a couch that transforms into a bed would be good. Yeah, I kind of think so. I think you only need a futon in Japan. I also think I only need a futon too. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the futon is pretty much all I need. It's not good for your back, I guess. I mean, I don't like soft mattresses though. For me, I sleep on like pretty hard mattresses usually. So I don't know. My back has always been I don't really know. I won't call it like great, but I don't know. I don't like a lot of the soft mattresses because my back will sink and I'm like, ooh, I might shrink a little bit. So that's why I usually sleep with like a hard mattress. No, sofa bed is uncomfy because the mattress gets separated when it's spread out. Yeah, a little bit. I've dealt with that before. Couch bed mattresses are not soft. That shit is straight up rocks. No, that's not the worst though. So that's why I sleep on the floor. I mean, that's, I guess, yeah. I sleep on the floor and it's not a big deal. Purple mattress time. Do you ever get cold easily? I mean, sleeping closer to the floor might feel colder. Not really. I run very warm all the time. Like I generate, unfortunately, a lot more body heat than I realistically should be. And it is very annoying during the hot seasons because I'm sweating pretty bad and it's hot and I'm like, ooh. So that's why I pretty much only ever, ironically enough, if you ever wonder, sometimes people will ask me like, how the fuck are you wearing shorts in this weather? And I'll be like, it's no big deal. He's just like a bear. Well, I guess you can say that. Time to try out the yoga mat plus sleeping bag combo. I fuck with that heavy though. Bro's constantly got a fever. But I'm not sick. I'm just like, I run warm. That's pretty much it. So you're one of those people that wears shorts during that weather? Yep. Does the futon get moist because it's cold? No, actually. Not really. On your back or sleep sideways? I sleep on my back sometimes. It kind of alternates between side and back. So I can't really say. Don't run too warm in this weather or you'll get sick as hell for real. I don't know. Just get a gym bench. You can use it as a chair, bed, stool, table. I've thought about that too. I have considered a lot of things. And honestly, oh, it's JP cold right now. It is cold. I will say that much. It has been colder than I'd like it to be. That's for sure. Did it snow already? Nope. It has not snowed yet. You were the Under Armour shorts and jacket combo kid, weren't you? Nope. I couldn't afford that. I couldn't afford Under Armour. I will be so real. I just had random zip up hoodie from Costco and whatever shit like shorts were on sale. Yeah. Kirkland brand then? Yep. There you go. But there, I mean, at the end of the day, what's done is done. I've gotten, you know what? At the end of the day, I think about it in the sense of the way that I dressed as a kid has no bearing on whether or not, well, actually it kind of does. You know, the only thing that I'm left with is currently is a current sense of zero, like 1, zero fashion sense, 2, a crippling sense of the inability to spend money because I'm too scared of losing money, and 3, you know what? At the end of the day, my mom could put food on the table, so you know what? I can't complain. Ha. I don't know. Speaking of which, I don't know. I've been meaning. I need to know. I need to figure out who to go to for like fashion advice. I need to figure out how to dress properly. Actually, I should probably. I know. Okay. I think probably the best dressed guys out of like most people that I know, ironically, is Sable and Ryoma. I like the best way to put it is like these two are probably the best dressed that when I've hung out with them. Chopcon, unironically, is like these two are like stunting. These guys look great. And then there's me with my fuck ass shorts, sandals, zip up hoodie, t-shirt, the baseball cap with a fucking all I can say is like if I don't know, man. Sometimes I'd be feeling unk just a little bit. My little trucker cap, the non-existent cigarette in my hand. Bro's got the Dodgers cap, exactly. Dodgers cap, t-shirt, zip-up hoodie, basketball shorts, a Modelo in one hand, a cigarette in the other. The sandals on. Bro's actually unk. Isn't it just like the RV game then? Yep. Adam Sandler ass fit. Yep. That sounds so comfy. It's hard to match and try to be fashion girly. I know that's the problem, right? Because at the end of the day, what the question, Quebin to the fashion girlies. I need assistance. I require assistance. I need clarification. I need clarification. So is that just where you have to compromise? You can be comfy and fashionable. That's kind of the question that I'm asking. Like, do you have to you have to sacrifice one or the other? Correct. Fashion can be comfortable, but how? I think that's where I'm at. Like, how do you do that? Because I think I value comfort a lot more than fashion. You know, I don't really care about looking good that much. I simply just want to be comfortable all the time and be outside and comfortable, you know? So, you know, where do we find the line, you know? Comfy fits, but accessories are shit. No, because I don't like accessories. I personally do not like accessorizing all that much. But I crave comfort. I crave the comfort. I need to feel good in the clothes that I wear. Also, completely like, well, I guess tangentially related. For guys, I need to know, or people who have had their shit tailored. What are thoughts on I guess I really thought about it at least once where I'm just like, I really want to I should probably get like at least one piece of formal wear tailored for like in like special occasions. You know what I mean? I really thought about that recently, and I was like, maybe I probably should at some point in time. I don't know. Like a suit? Yeah. I think I do want to get like at least one good suit and like properly tailored clothes for like a little bit. You saying we just can't wear oversized jorts to a wedding? Hey, type shit. But, you know, I don't know. Like, unless it's often, rental suits are nice these days. I think I just want the one. You know, I want the one that I know full well that I would look good in. You know what I mean? Like a nice tailored suit that I think would work well, and that, you know, I don't need to worry about the fit. I don't need to worry about anything. I don't really need to worry about like adjusting anything. I don't need to hem anything. It just fits, you know? And I feel like that's where I'm like, you know, maybe I should get at least one. Are you a warm or cool toned? Good question. Don't have an answer to that because I don't know what the fuck that means sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes just finding clothes that fit you goes a long way in terms of fashionable. If it fits, it fits. Yeah. I feel like that's my outlook too. I'm just like, I should probably just find the one. Do you stay the same size to make tailored suits sensible to own? Maybe not like 4 years ago, ironically enough. If you were to ask a lot of my friends who saw the difference from me maybe like 4 or 5 years ago versus now, they'd be like, dude, and I'm not joking, they'd be like, dude, you look huge. I think a lot of people basically said, oh, you got really wide, like your shoulders got a lot wider, and I was like, oh, cool. But it did hit a point where I did have to replace a lot of my dress clothes because of it a while back. I think I had to buy like a bunch of like dress shirts maybe like 2 years ago, because in the span of from like 2020 to like 2023, I didn't have to worry about I never like went to like formal occasions for like any purpose, so I didn't really need to buy like dress shirts. But in 2023 24, I was like, oh fuck, I have to actually go to stuff. I tried to put on anything, or like any of like my old dress shirts, and one, my chest is way too fucking big. Two, I can barely like fit in the sleeves half the time, and I was like, oh fuck. So I actually had to end up getting new clothes as a result of that. And I was like, well, it is what it is. But that was like the last time I've like actually like bought like dress clothes. I think the last time I bought like any clothes recently was just like last summer, where I bought like 4 of the same gray t-shirt, and that's all I wear now. All the weddings your friend's gonna have, you get that tailored suit. Actually, now that I think about it, I am going to a friend's wedding. Oh my god, I just remembered. Oh my god. My friends are getting married. Oh my god, my friends are getting married. Oh my god, you're at that age now? Don't say that. Supportive unk, let's go. Yeah, baby. Bro, same. It's that age they're having kids. Okay, whoa. I do not have any friends who have kids yet. I have friends who are married and have a dog, but I don't have friends who have kids yet. I know people from high school who have kids, though. Can't wait to answer all the questions from other guests about your career. I just don't say anything. I really, fun fact, people ask me like, whenever people do ask me about like what my career is, I pretty much just say, oh yeah, I'm still in the consulting stuff, or oh, I'm still doing project stuff. Oh, I'm still technically doing like I recently did my personal training certificate. Oh, like I recently got a bunch of like my certifications done. Like I'm kind of floating in between. I kind of just say shit sometimes. Is it necessarily true? No. Do they really follow up on that? Also, no. Half these people don't really care what my job is. Half the time, they just want to know what the fuck I've been up to and like, well, what's going on with my personal life. Or if I've, oh my God, have you met anybody? And I'll be like, no, don't ask me that. Cause God, I'm tired. And then they'll be like, oh, but you're getting older. And I'll be like, I know. It's mostly just small talk. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, you're doing so well for yourself. Oh, thanks. I need a good excuse for like this from my one uncle at Christmas. Yeah. It arrived when you least expect it. Oh my God. I love my chungus VTuber life. What the fuck? It's what makes the connections though, for real. Yeah, that's the hard part, right? Like you have to small talk though. It's like you have to small talk because ultimately that's the most important part when it comes to like actually like engaging with people. So I mean, there's no harm in it, right? Obviously I get a little annoyed by it, but at the same time, like it's still a good way to kind of like segue into conversation, and that's something you kind of can't avoid. It's not like they mean to be annoying. Yeah, like it really is just people just trying to ask, like, have conversation. That's the other thing. You kind of just have to like realize like there is no, people don't usually have like malicious intent, you know what I mean? People don't have the idea that they're gonna fucking be like, oh, they're gonna think about this forever, you know? But it really is just like, I don't know how to talk to this person. I'm just going to talk about something that I think is kind of relevant to the situation. Like, for example, if it is a wedding, then it's going to be like, oh, you know, like, are you planning on doing that at some point in time? And I'll be like, no. And they'll be like, oh, okay. And I'll be like, oh, so what are you here for? How do you know this fucking person? And they'll be like, oh, I'm their distant third cousin removed, you know? And I'll be like, oh, cool. Have you talked to this person at all? And they're like, no, I'm just a +1. I'm like, wow, I don't know how you got here. With holidays coming up, can't wait to get questioned again. I'm not going to see my relatives this time, so I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't been... Well, actually, yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen because I'm actually not going to be home for the holidays. So, wow, that's going to be weird. I guess I kind of... I guess I have thought of... Well, I need to think about it a lot more where I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to spend my holidays. Well, actually, I've spent most holidays by myself or like, you know, not really too often with other people. So now I'm kind of like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, you know? Do you have holiday plans? I did, but then they kind of fell out. So, you know, I don't know. Originally there was something that I wanted to go to, and then I was like, ooh, schedule conflict. Uh-oh. So no, I don't have anything. Hang out with other alone friends. Oh my god, Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. I'm considering going back in like February, because I do need to do a bunch of like stuff. Actually, I gotta pick up. Oh my god, guys, you guys, let me be a fucking nerd for a second. Oh my god, I gotta pick up my credit cards when I get home because the one I have a replacement one coming in, and I need to close another bank account, and I also need to pick up I applied for another one that's gonna come in February, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I gotta do that, and then I also gotta renew my license, my driver's license, and then also I gotta worry about my visa, and then I gotta go figure out when the fuck I'm gonna be able to do whatever. You know, so, and then I got to figure out how I'm going to come back here and plan all these logistics. And then also I got to be back in the States to take a test for something that maybe in the future I'll talk about, but not right now. You know, you can't renew online. Nope. Cause I still got to go home and pick it up. Well, actually I can renew online, but I have to still be in the States to get the physical license back, you know? Damn, the American Express Black Card. You think I spend that much money to be able to fucking be remotely close to that? I don't even have, I mean, I have like 2 like annual fees, but like even then, I'm not that fucking crazy. We're going back to the DMV with this one. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, I'm probably gonna do that at some point. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna see how it is back in February, and then we'll see how it goes. Just because I gotta pick up stuff. Yeah. Adulting sure is not fun. Oh my god.
I gotta figure out how to do my taxes. I gotta figure out how I'm supposed to pay my pension tax. I gotta figure out how I'm supposed to pay my health insurance. I gotta figure out how to I gotta figure out how my American taxes work. And because I don't have American healthcare anymore, oh my God. And then on top of that, because I don't pay my car insurance anymore.
In a way, I still do think about this though. These are all problems that I'd rather have than having to. And as great as it would be to not have to, deal with a lot of things, but I'm also like, thank God I can take care of myself and not have to have my parents do that for me. You know what I mean? Thank God I am not having to live in deal with that and also be in a position where I have to be back with my parents and deal with that. It is a very privileged thing, and I think that is something I will always acknowledge. You know what I mean? It is very much so. I'm glad to be in the position that I am, and thank God that I am. Right? I'm sorry. Your previous voice sounds like SpongeBob. I can't do a SpongeBob impression, I'll have you know. I'm really bad at it. I don't know how to do it. Parent debuff is real? Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. If I was still with my parents, I would not be recording anything at all, ever, to be honest. Mr. Krabs would be easier, I'd say. Not anymore. I feel like I've lost a lot of my impressions recently. Ironically enough, it's just because I have not done a lot of them in a while. Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs. Hey, SpongeBob, me boy. You're losing all me money. Oh. Weenie Hut Juniors. Super Weenie Hut Juniors. Can you still the Kronk voice?
Cusco. Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. The poison to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. Yeah.
Oh no, it's easier to do. It's easier to do if I'm like,
hey Peter. Hey Peter. Cusco's poison. Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Poison to kill Cusco.
Joe Swanson, why are you eating a bounce bar? Jennifer Coolidge. Hey guys, I don't remember to do it. I don't know exactly how the Jennifer Coolidge voice goes. I just remember her from the Minecraft movie. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Do you have any shows you watched recently? Not really. You did Jennifer Coolidge and Kermit on the RV stream? Not even intentionally. I think that's the funniest part. Okay, guys. We need... She was in the Minecraft movie? You only know Glizzy? I want Glizzy. I want Glizzy. I want Glizzy. Knowing her for the Minecraft movie is criminal. I know. Oh my God. Has anyone told you and Baby No Money sound alike? Sorry? No, that's a first. I've heard the Flynn from Tangled and I still don't get that one to this day. But the Baby No Money one is kind of new. I have not heard that one yet. I'm kind of confused about that one. I'll tell you that much. You do? No, don't put this on me. Baby no money cover. I don't know. Baby no Claude. But you do? I do. Remember Reggie? who that? Remember Reggie? Literally, what the flip? Butter chicken, bro. What the flip? What do we? Why? What do you mean? Chicken jockey, bro, come on. Got to do the feet clap, my guy. What the fuck does that mean? What a flip! What a flip! What a flip! Yeah. The old princess guy. I still don't know what the fuck that means, man. It gives me nightmare. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Every single time you guys talk about the princess, like I don't know what the fuck that means. Totally not dragging it, bro. I can't keep up with these trends. I can't either. I don't even know what the fuck this means, man. To this day, I don't understand what they're trying to get at. I don't understand, man. They are saying things to me that I am not from this time. If anything, they are melting my brain with eldritch knowledge. I will. Just a guy on TikTok letting this freak flag fly? What the fuck? How do you know Konichi Wagwan Mina Slimes, but not a Princess Discord mod man? Or what the fuck is what? I don't know, man. I just saw the fucking. I just saw the guy. I saw the Kato guy randomly on like a TikTok, or not TikTok, but like on randomly like a TikTok re-upload to Twitter. You know what I mean? That's how I saw it. Waist youth? Waist youth? Top left? So, since you're not on socials, do you get the new memes from friends or something? Just curious. Yes. I will literally get sent anything that people deem as funny. And then I'll be like, oh, that is funny. So, that's how it works. Back in my day, we only had the pizza and the pasta to put in a box. Where were you during the time when Pizza Hut still did good pasta? And you'd order 2 full pasta trays and it would be in a box. Pizza Hut. I don't even like Pizza Hut pizza. It's way too heavy for me. Unironically, I think Pizza Hut pizza is way too much for me. But I do fuck with the pasta, and I do fuck with their wings. So, you know. Pizza Hut did pasta? Yeah, they've done fucking pasta for like years, man. They ever taste good? They were okay. Did it hit the spot? Yes. Did it taste great? No. Was it all right? It was all right. Where were you when the free Shavakadu? I was walking to Burger King. You guys know that one parody that's like, I walked to Burger King, then I walked back home from Burger King. Yeah. Yeah. And then then the other one, the other Burger King one, adjacent one is like, I'm at Burger King with my Burger Queen. Can I get a large fry? So if you're not on social media, what do you do when you're not streaming? Work, recording, editing, trying not to blow my brains out. Going to the gym. Reading, and I hate to say it, reading a lot of financial books. I read a lot of books about finances, and I read a lot of books about like creative work, and that's pretty much it. That's when I'm not streaming. Reading BL, I have not. I've been like slowly catching up with a lot of the ones that people have been recommending me, and it's taken me a bit. So I have not had like concrete opinions just yet, but I'm actually like slowly catching up with some BL. I've also been, ironically enough, the only other way that I've been practicing like reading Japanese recently has been with BL. I wish I was fucking joking. I recently have been like renting like physical copies every once in a while, bringing them home, reading them like anything that I can, and then eventually I'll just come back and return it, and I'll be like, this is awesome. What's your favorite pizza base? I love the Pizza Hut base. No, I'm not a big fan. I don't know. Pizza Hut to me is like just way too fucking heavy of a fucking... That shit is like a comatose level food. I think for me, I actually fuck with Little Caesars a lot more, now that I really think about it. It's like... For me, I think Little Caesars is like the easiest to like stomach. You know what I mean? It's cheap. It's $6 for a large cheese. And honestly, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? I fuck with Little Caesars heavy, so you know. Okay, before we get on to it, have you read Given? It's a BL. Have you seen Sasaki Tomiono? It's a BL. You know what happens. Listen, we've been through this before. we've experienced this in the past. This is just the it returns. I never thought, guys, I never thought we'd return to this era, guys. Oh my God. He's played these games before. I've been here. I've played these games before. I played these games before. New fans though, Pog. I know, but honestly, that's the best part about it. In a way, I'm crashing out now. But also, we need to remember that does mean if new people are asking questions that I've answered in the past, that means they're new. And that means there is new people here. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So can I really complain? Not really. Do I have to deal with it? Yeah. Am I going to do it again? Yeah, I guess so. But does it mean that I did experience it before? I played these games before. Time to update the FAQ. As a new one, I am indeed a bit confused, but having fun, so sure, all good to me. Thank you for understanding. As you can see, there was a history lesson to those who do not understand what I'm referring to, because there are some very clearly the people who do know full well that I've gone through this time and time and again, where people will ask me, "Oh my God, you read BL? You watch BL? Oh my God, have you seen insert series here?" And I'll be like, "Oh my God, I have. And I think it's pretty good. I liked it actually." And each and every single time, there was a period of time where I was answering this question maybe like every 2 streams. And I'll be like, "Yeah, I liked that. That was pretty good. Yeah, I liked that. It's pretty, yeah, that's pretty good. Have you seen, yeah. 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 Okay, no more asking me. And then it slowed. The ice age, which was no more questions. People knew everything there was to know about the shit that I have watched or consumed in the past. It was a Renaissance period, I say, because people understood. But now comes a new age. A new age where there are people who do not know the history as which they've experienced. They don't know. They don't know the trials and tribulations of the Q&A section. Oh my God. And it must mean we must usher in a new era. We are losing the ancient texts. No, if anything, that just means the ancient texts are undiscovered. It means that they exist, but the new people have yet to find what the ancient scripture has yet to say. History is repeating itself. If anything, it just means that people will have to understand and rediscover the history. And then they will understand. And they can then move forward with themselves into the new age. Man, I feel old now. Are you okay, dude? Yeah, I'm fine. So, good talk? Yeah, I think it was a good talk, guys. New fans, archaeologists, day ones, dinosaurs. The resurrection of BL. Oh, God. What a good pep talk. Hopecore, edit this. Oh my God. No, you need to edit that entire speech with like medieval times music behind it. You know what I mean? There has to be like the fucking like a random like RuneScape-esque fucking BGM the entire way through. The whole thing can be done like a documentary. Oh my God, that would be funny as fuck. With the Little Caesars background picture. That is funny as fuck, actually. Yeah, get Clawbro to do it. I think I probably will get him to do it. I think it'd be a funny clip to post. We need the Claude documentary, bro. Bro's giving Macbeth. Oh my God. A Claude iceberg with banana bread at the bottom. Actually, I'm so curious. Do you think people could make like what would my iceberg look like? Actually, I'm so curious now that I really think about it. What is my iceberg? What is like a deep cut you need to know? Bike accident somewhere? I don't think bike accident was that much of a deep cut though. Banana bread, hot dog, soup crash out. I mean, I feel like soup is also kind of easy to. You got into BL because of Utapri? Okay, that one is a deep cut. That one's a deep cut. Too much of it's from member streams, so I don't know. Oh, that's true. Well, no, I think if you do happen to say things like if it's part of the iceberg from membership, I think that's fine because that makes sense. Like you have to be a member to understand what this part of the iceberg means. Therefore, you know what I mean. Also, technically, would make a good advertisement in a way. Airline ravioli, Suica crash out, clarinet, green goblin in the middle of the iceberg, binge eating 100 nuggets. True. Airline ravioli, green goblin, glizzy, the lamp, the one burger that transcends your soul. Are you win son? Titanic clip, glizzy field trip, cake punch, delete game jet, lesbian. Dude, you cannot string these words together in any other context and have them make any sense whatsoever if you don't watch me. Like, I guarantee you, you say any of these words to fucking anybody and they will think you're fucking insane. And I think that is the funniest part about all of this, because realistically, none of these words together in a sentence make any fucking sense. We love cryptic messages that only we know. I think you guys should now proceed to go on your social media and start tweeting out in cryptic fucking messages of shit that I have done. And if people ask, are you okay? You just redirect them to me. That's it. You just say the Clawmark experience and they'll be like, what the fuck is happening? Dude, that is so fucking funny, actually. Bro, what happened to the banana bread? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Oh, what's with the banana bread? Oh, it looks like you don't know. Outlaw's secret type of communication. Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? I like saying that to so many people for no reason. Getting stuck in a mall too. Oh my God. That shit was so funny. Ooms were cryptic as fuck. Yeah, what can I say? I once suddenly remember the airline ravioli thing in class. My friend asked me about what I'm laughing at all. All I said was airline ravioli. What the fuck? Not the mall horror. Yeah, my liminal space experience. Dude, that shit was crazy. 1738. No. Gonna start doing this, by the way. Good. Are we like speaking in secret codes now? No, we're speaking. All we're doing is remembering memories from the past, you know? And I think that that's fine. Oh my God. God, I'm so lost. Oh, in due time, you will find your way. I promise you that. All you need to do is follow the light, and also known as, if you show up to streams like enough times, or if you happen to listen through old member streams, you will fully understand what the fuck half of these things mean. Because realistically, all of these are just individual stories that somehow make up the being that I am today, somehow, some way. Follow the light. My bad. Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase, because you're not dying. I'll tell you that much. You're not dying. You're kind of just you're a little bit confused. You know what I mean? Follow the light to wake up. If you wake up, then you can understand what half of these fucking mean. You know what I mean? The things you do sometimes. What can I fucking say? What can I fucking say? Dog is preaching. Usher in the new age. Together we will usher in the new age. We are sending to the higher plane. Here to vouch for Membies to be a knower, the iceberg runs deep. Life has many doors. Life has many doors, Ed boy. Would the Premier Valo match you missed because the debut be deep cut enough? Technically, yes, I guess. Bro, what's more confusing is I know most of them, but struggle to understand the rest. What can I say? You just gotta keep up. And if you don't keep up, sometimes you'll miss some bangers. Sometimes you gotta get off the ride. And then when you get back on the ride, you'll be like, what the fuck happened? And then you gotta learn. And then you'll learn. If you learn, and then you realize, that shit was pretty funny. And then you come back and then you see other people and you'll be like, this was pretty funny. And they'll be like, yeah, that's pretty funny. And then you both enjoy it together. Simple as. Simple as. I had to explain what Green Goblin meant in your context to my coworker, and I don't think they got it, but they've had. What the fuck is there not to be? Well, okay, whoa. Green Goblin, I feel like is pretty fucking self-explanatory. All right, the Green Goblin is quite literally just a separate personality of Norman Osborn that he fucking represses, and that only comes out to cause destruction. That's literally what fucking happens. That's literally the plot of the fucking Spider-Man movie. That's literally what happens when he comes back in the newest Spider-Man. With fucking Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. That he literally, it's like, oh my God, I'm normal. And then that's why when Tom Holland is like, whoop, and then he fucking looks at him, he's just like, he's like, that's one neat trick of yours. And then because he realized that Tom Holland had the Spidey sense, and he felt the change in personality because he knew that he fucking switched. He knew that the Green Goblin kicked the fuck in that very second. And that's literally, and the other part being is he won't remember that he did switch. He doesn't remember that what happened when he did switch when he was the Green Goblin, and that's how the fuck that works. Ow! So, yeah. Spider-Man. Just like how you don't remember with some certain VPs. Yep, I don't remember shit. Anytime people ask me, oh my God, you remember when you recorded this? And I'll be like, nope. Can I get a hint to where to find banana bread? I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you for banana bread, man. Sorry. You know, the second you're like, can I get a hint to where to find banana bread? It's literally that one meme of like me looking at you, like my hands on your shoulder. I'm like, dude. This is like the one thing I am like, I cannot explain it to you. This is unironic lost media. I'm sorry, the Spider-Man cup? I kind of remembered. You just had to be there? It's true. You really had to be there. I 100%. You just had to be there for that one. Bro, I had my non-outclaw oomph listen to your Zatsu one time, and they came into you impersonating Scooby-Doo and asked me if that's normal. Lamau. Rubber Reggie. Guess I won't sleep watching every single membership stream. Go to bed. Twunk George Washington. Even I don't remember that one that well. I just be saying shit sometimes. Dang, Banana Bread was season 1 lost episode of Clawmark. Unironically was lost media of season 1. I'm gonna be so real, because technically that was like season 1. Oh, SpongeBob economics and the big sponge trickle down economics is the thing we talked about. Oh my God, I forgot I had that whole spiel about the labor laws in Bikini Bottom. What season are we in now? I don't know, like 5, 6. I gotta think about it in like 6-month periods, you know? Sometimes you say things that just make me pause and look at my monitor. Ah, shit. My bad. Oopsies. Hi, Claudia. I got Nihongo Jozu at a shrine in Kyoto by a person who recognized your papa, and she called you very cool. Wait, they recognize me? What the fuck? I guess that's another thing I kind of forget sometimes, that people actually recognize me. Can you explain this in accounting terms? I don't know what we're referring to in terms of like explaining what. I listen to your Zatsus without headphones and fall asleep to them, and my grandma has to listen to your life-changing line. What? What? Are we the 12 episode per season type beat or 24? We're honestly like 24 more than anything. We're like a 2-core type beat per season, you know? And then at some point in time, I mean, I kind of see it as we're going through like crazy shonen arcs half the time. Where's the beach episode? I don't fucking know. I remember a JP Outlaw's phone dying, but the audio of you explaining SpongeBob was still going. I think that is the funniest fucking video possible. I think about that sometimes, where it is quite literally just me talking about economics of the labor laws and economics of Bikini Bottom. Ah, that shit was so funny. I think about it sometimes. I remember you Giga Shield the Send bundle for Valo. Shout out my boy Zelsis, by the way. Even if you're on C9 now, I still fuck with you heavy. Shout out my goat. I still love Sen. I still love the players. I'm here to watch out. I'm here to watch out for C9 now. I'm very curious to see how Zelsis IGLs. I got Nihongo Jozu too because the store staff saw you and pointed at you and screamed, Nijisanji, you're famous, bro. What? I'm famous? Really? That's crazy. That's wild, man. What? People know me? That's wild. I kind of forget that. I don't know, man. Bro, you're almost at 150K. Bro, I feel like I just sit here and talk about shit, man. I mean, let's be so fucking real. I just be saying shit. Do you not realize how many people know NIJISANJI in JP? Lol. I'm Ian. I hate to say it, but I'm Ian. I'm NIJISANJI Ian. I be speaking English. He a celebrity? I don't know, bro. You in Japan? Saw this. Anyway. Bro needs to recognize it. I don't know, man. You sing in Japanese? My bad. My bad. Change topic, Lamau. What the fuck? I'm putting you as my favorite celebrity in the next slam book I write in. What the fuck? Eigo Jozu. What the fuck, man? Not gonna let my friends know you for being the Hope Core guy. I send your advice vids when they're down. Damn. You actually have a lot of JP fans, dog. Wow. Cool. You were in Kuza's team, my dude? Hey, that shit was also pretty cool. I think about that sometimes. I like being part of events. Eigo Jozu desu ne. People saw you on Koshien. People saw me on Koshien in the NJU. My mate saw your puppet and called you Gojo. Yowaimo? Yomama. All my friends know you as the Glizzy Gobbler. Pfft. People have heard you in Niji Fest too? Oh yeah, that happened. I forgot. Also, you're so pretty. Everyone asks, who is this pretty guy? And then they get to know you. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Also, Niji Kayosai. Cola with Hibari went insane too. Fair. Oh, your butter chicken got popular too. I can't believe that fucking that reached out way farther than it should have. Your merch sold out in JP pretty fast. You know, we can make that happen again. Guys, I think we should make it happen again. All I'm gonna say is, listen. When the merch sells out, staff looks at me with the eyes emoji. And they're like, "Whoa, he's gone again." And then I sit there and I'm like, I didn't do shit. and then staff is like, "So you're gonna do it again, huh?" And then I look back at them and I'm like, "I don't know about that. Don't put that on me." And then they ask you like, "Well, if you keep doing that, maybe we should make more." And then I look back at them again. I'm like, you really think so? And then they're like, "Yeah. So you should do it again. Or." And then you'll get another thing. And I'll be like, "Oh, okay. I'll tell the people. I'll tell them, and then maybe we can work something out." And then they'll be like, "Good. And I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Bro, what is going on? This feels like a fever dream. What are these clandestine negotiations? Call us Bucky, because here we go again. Could have done this RP and VCraft. I don't know if we're being seduced or threatened. Up to interpretation. The day your Nui is announced, Outlaws are going to war for each other. With each other, not for each other. I don't know. Hey, speaking of which, I think again, if the bag does well, and the hat does well, if anniversary goes well, I think we can make a very good case. You know, I think if you know, they might be like, maybe people do want more, and if people want more, that means a Nui might be on the line. You know what I'm saying? So you know. Just remember, it would be nice. All this merch talk, but remember to spend within your means. Yes. Okay. Wait. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. Remember, please spend reasonably and responsibly. Your financial well-being takes priority no matter what. By no means should you ever put yourself at financial risk or be unable to pay for your necessary expenses as a result of purchasing merchandise. Your support being here, whether that be through anything, whether that be through watching, whether that be through any sort of donation or anything that you would happen to do, is perfectly fine by me. You don't need to spend monetarily in order to support me or feel like you are part of a community. At the end of the day, it is as long as it is within your means to do so, then feel free. However, this is the disclaimer. I think it is very important that you take care of your financial well-being first. You come first. I am a means of entertainment for you. However, do not feel the need to feel pressured into doing so. Please and thank you. Anyway. Terms and conditions apply. Yeah. I suddenly got flashbacks to that finance bro in the pizza shop story. Yo, I hope that guy's doing good. I hope that guy got a second date. Okay. Can we have any updates on what the emoji poll was about? No. Will I ever say anything about it? Probably at some point in time. Is it going to be soon? I won't say. Financial aid VP tutorial on how to save money, dog. I could go on about that, actually. Let me preface. I am not a financial advisor by any means. I am not a fiduciary, and I'm not licensed in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that I can really say is any sort of advice that I have personally experienced and what has worked for me in the past. And these are all comes from all personal experience, more than anything. However, I am not certified. I am not licensed by any sort of financial institution, and I by no means is this considered financial advice. This is just personal advice, more than anything. But anyway, I'm not actually going to give any advice right now. So, you know, maybe in the future. Now, probably not so much, but, you know. Hey, bro, can you lend me some? I spent too much buying Discord Nitro. Check your Venmo. The number, oh my god. Ironically enough, I have so many fucking Venmo transactions with Shu specifically because of how often when we do hang out, he's the one who pays with his card. So I'm just like, oh shit, I don't have cash half the time, so I just send it to him on Venmo. Oh my god. You Venmo'd me once when Luca paid? Yeah, no, because I thought you paid. That was the funniest fucking part. It was like $20. All right, what time is it right now? It is like 9 o'clock. I think I should probably wrap up. It has been like 2 hours, and I think I'm feeling a little, or rather, I need to go. I gotta go to the convenience and actually pay a bill real quick because I have a bunch of slips in the mail that I gotta pay real quick. So I gotta go take some cash out, and then I gotta go pay those bills, and then eventually I'll be like, okay, that's done, and then I can go home, and then I can go to sleep. You know how I be. All right. 5 minute time. Okay. You will now have 5 minutes. Lightning round until I'm bored. So any questions real quick. I will answer anything for like a little bit. When's your next stream? Tomorrow. Song recommendations. End of discussion. I don't know why. Baddies by Lepix. Say Dat by Moors. Shut Me Up by Landon Sears. Getting a snack from the convenience? Probably. Plans for dinner? No. Best convenient food? Literally anything. New cover when? Sometime soon, actually. I'm currently working on something. How do you feel about any games you want to play that are new to you or haven't played in a while? Expedition 33. Susan, I think the recommended streams for new outlaws. I think that's on other people to really recommend. I can't really tell you because honestly I don't know what is a good introduction to me. Yeah, tips for the final stage of a job interview, please. It's tomorrow. If you have a good idea that you're probably gonna get hired, just be like, all right, get comfortable, try to build the relationship, and also be open and casual about it. But also, if you're not sure whether or not you got the role, still take it like pretty seriously. Yeah, favorite mixing plugin currently, Soothe 2 and Spiff specifically. Like Spiff kind of fucks. I love Spiff. Spiff's pretty good. Yeah. And Pro Q4 actually. Pro Q4 has been pretty nice. I'll say that much. Home 30 when? I don't fucking know. New shorts when? Soon actually. Any collabs? There was gonna be some, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen because Vanta needs to take some time off. Sushi or sashimi? I like sashimi. Favorite clothing style? Jorts. Will you play Peak again? I don't know. Would you like to have a cat? Not really. Favorite song recently? Howl. Yeah. Thoughts on RX audio editor? It's all right. I know a lot of people use it standalone. I used it standalone for many years, but I'm not the biggest fan of also having to do noise removal. I prefer to work with just lines that are clean out the gate, or people who recorded normally out the gate, you know? So I tend to not think about it too much. Do you know any Dodgers players? Not really. I don't follow baseball all that much. Sorry. Like at this point, the only baseball player that I do know is Shohei Ohtani, and that's it. So, you know, soba or cold noodles. I like soba. I like hot soba. Pretty good. Do you play basketball? Do I play b-ball outside the school? No, I kind of suck at basketball. I mean, like I like to shoot hoops, but I kind of suck at basketball. Will you play MC in the near future for $10,000? I will play Minecraft if there's $10,000 deposited in my bank account. Will you do the Soran Bushi dance in 3D? Actually, that would be kind of fun. Oh my god. Oh my god, 5K people. Thank you for the episode. Okay, I was joking. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Silent Hill F? If I bought the game. Yeah. Do you wearing wigs? I'm sorry. Do you wearing wigs? No. I have in the past. Can I call you Ajushi? I don't fucking know. Horror games in the plan. Not really. I'm not a big horror game guy. That's kind of just how it is for me. Would you wear Lolita clothes? Maybe. At some point. How's the cross-court shot progress going? I can't fucking hit it. Bro, three-pointers. Even hitting a three-pointer is the hard part, man. Yes. New hot dog rating soon. I don't know. Perhaps if there is a nice hot dog I can acquire at some point in time. League stream anytime soon. If there are JP livers who wish to play League of Legends, I am low-key kind of interested to engage in some League of Legends. Megabuck stream when? I kind of want to play Megabonk though, actually. Are you the guy who's named Claude Clawmark? Perhaps. If I make a shot from across the court with video proof, will you play MC? You know what? Honestly, if you would go to those lengths and also added in $5,000, sure. Are you a VTuber? I don't know. Will you continue Mind Hack? Yes, actually. I do want to play Chapter 4 and 5 at some point in the future. So. I can only mute you and watch, but take my money and have fun, everyone else. Thank you for the Akasupa. That is the funniest fucking message I've had in a while. I'm sorry. Of all the things, because I feel like the whole point of my streams is because I do just yap like a motherfucker, but that is funny as fuck. You have funded our MC wishes. I think you fail to understand the difference between $5,000 and $500. Are you Claude Clawmark because you are a nonchalant cleric, or are you a nonchalant cleric because you are a Claude Clawmark? Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps one could enlighten me at some point in time. Well. Well, remember the time when you reached 1,000 gifted? Still insane that it's possible. Wait, let him cook? I don't know that I would call this guy nonchalant. Perhaps. I don't know. Are you purple? I don't know. Any plans to finish It Takes Two? Yes. That's in the future, actually. Return of the Pickle Priest. I bless this pickle. Boneless pizza, all with bones. What say you if you were to receive bones? What would the bones say? Attitude towards curtains. Why you sound like the English student? What is this? What's this? A casket. A coffin. What's this? A manor. A haunted house. What's this? A cranium. A skull. Thoughts on LED headlights? Okay, actually, I kind of want to crash over this. I fucking hate LED headlights. I think whoever decided this is a good fucking idea to put in cars, I don't get why you think it's a good idea to blind the fucking person in front of you. Bro, if the person you're driving like opposite of can't fucking see the road, and if they hit the person in front of them, or if they end up swerving into your fucking lane because they can't see the goddamn lane, it's fucking terrible. LED headlights fucking suck. Or you just need to learn how to turn that shit down. God. Yeah, anyway, that's that for tonight. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll make a waiting room, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know, see you guys. Yeah.